sports. It's in the game.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Send me sipping on cold fruit. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps...
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit.
To kick off for the Lions.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. The Saints lining up in punt formation. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. How about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 40 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
Higgins sent in motion. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Back to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Lions have got it.
You hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain.
He is in. Touchdown, Detroit. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And this is what good offense...
I said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say, okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Yeah, okay, loser. I ain't all on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune, they can't let that go none. I'm doing so much, that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock. Wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. And I said, loser. Why the always coming at the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her steward. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser, ay.
I steam, broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete to open things up. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. St. Brown motioning left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Well, and a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. The Lions at 13-3 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down at the 43-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins to about the 48-yard line. You talk about this Lions defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 59 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escapes the sack. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a 2nd and 2. And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Slot man moves right. They'll set up to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
First down, Saints.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing. And he takes this one in for a Lion Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
This to Laporta, right side.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints 38.
He'll look to throw.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third down and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Fights off the defender. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and a couple. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got it in the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on
on second down and 11. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we're wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Olave motioning to the left.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Important extra point up and through, and partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw here.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's 1st down. Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They'll go again with Gibbs.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game.
And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Lions,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Saints,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.